video for a while, and so it's about time kind of to restart stuff. I've been really busy for the last 2 months, and I'm still busy. I consider to be myself still homeless, half homeless at least. When I have money, I stay in a hotel. When I don't, I sleep in the car. So, but I have to change the registration of my car in 2 months and a half, actually even 2 months. So I'm kind of a time pressed and financially pressed. So here's the deal. I finally started receiving my Social Security pay, but I was promised in the beginning to have my Social Security received with the 8 or 9 months back pay, so which would allow me to take this money to rent an apartment, to register my car, to get new ID, like driver's license or just simply ID, and re-register my car in Utah and kind of a start all over. Because with the Social Security, you have a Social Security pay, and then you can make extra money somewhere doing DoorDash like I did. I will talk about DoorDash later. It's not exactly something that I enjoy because it didn't realize what they usually promise, especially in Utah. So here's the deal: the as I get several videos there about Social Security, what we have is when you approach Social Security age, you will have specific situations to be accomplished, done first in order to get your money. So you go to like Social Security office, and you say, well, this is when I'm start getting my Social Security. And when you have uh, your Social Security, they will say, okay, go ahead, do this, and this. And you say, if you're late, like to claim it, will they get my stuff back from the back day? They say, yeah, don't worry about it. Just you will have your money back to your birthdays. But actually, it's not the case. You see, there's several stuff happens when the two things you have to accomplish. You have to set up your own account, and not just set up your own account. You have to complete it, because when you try to set up your account, sometimes the system tells you that you and whatever you're entering in Social Security Administration have different type of information, and this way it will not let you complete. It can take months. With me, it was really ugly. I started in Atlanta. I couldn't do that. Then I had to take my car when I was evicted, and I went to Iowa and then finished their stuff. And then I waited 2 months and I finished the stuff in Salt Lake City. So it takes about several months. And when I asked for my money back, that was to my birthday, they say I can't have it. And so de facto, whatever they tell you, it's not the truth. If they tell you that there is a you're getting your money with the back date to your birth date, it's not happening. Okay, so this way you don't get the money and you lose thousands of dollars like I did. So it's great to have your Social Security pay, even though it's like really really not big but enough, like to pay for the phone, to pay for car insurance, some gas, and do stuff like this. But this $1,000 that I was supposed to get were supposed to let me rent an apartment for a year at least, restart my life in Utah, but it wasn't possible. So you see, why I'm in West Wendover, because in Salt Lake City it's expensive. The cheap hotels, you go through Priceline and you try to do things in the Priceline, and before it was cheap, now it's not. A lot of hotels in Salt Lake City became really expensive, even through Priceline. And not just that, the resort fees. For instance, I was getting one hotel for first month and so on. That was really comfortable, even though they had uh, people who like vegetarians only. There's no meat in breakfast. But the thing is, it was like $50. Now the same hotel costs about like a $90 because they have one third uh, they have one third of price. It's resorts fee. Before the resort fee was like $7, taxes and resort fee on $50 was like you don't reach $60 per month per night. So if you like do DoorDash and you can actually can pay every day your lodging until you figure out what to do further. But yet the thing there is really simple, that the resort fees are getting fast, be really big, and you end up actually the same room, the same hotel that before was $50 with the resort fees. Okay, say it's 60, $61. I paid the other day 91. I said I can't do it because it's going to drain all my social security in a few days. So I am currently in West Wendover. Okay, I cannot answer currently to anybody. Plus, recently I have provocateurs. I have people um, texting me garbage. So I'm not, until I examine the entire message, I'm not answering. I will finish talking in a few in a few minutes what I have to say. Then I'm going to examine and going to decide what is the deal. Okay. So actually, I'm closing on my stuff about Social Security. So when you approach your age of Social Security, make sure that you have some stuff done in advance, like preparing your accounts and so on, because even they tell you you cannot, you will get it, but you can't. And for instance, I am in a situation now where I have no idea. I have my Social Security, but it's not enough to pay even for my hotel for one third of the month. And so you de facto have Social Security. I'm a Social Security recipient, but I cannot afford anything. Okay, because thousands, almost 10,000 of thousands of dollars that were supposed to be given to me, I cannot do anything because I don't get them. I didn't get them, and this way I cannot rent. I cannot do inspection on my car. There's a whole bunch of stuff that it's being, so de facto it's like gang stalking, but it's from the time of Biden. I don't know what's the deal with the new situations here, but yet uh, it was already March when they told me that I cannot get any money, and I was counting on this money, and now I'm gonna keep proceeding with being half homeless. As I said, I can. There's another thing about DoorDash. DoorDash in Salt Lake City, even though people say, "Oh, you can do," yeah, you can do, but listen to me, what's happening with the DoorDash in Salt Lake City. Center of the city, like Holiday, like Currents, like West Valley, it's not available. Anytime I try to dash, it's not available. And the only thing you can do is you go 1 minute before 3 o'clock every day. And when 3 o'clock hits, you do hit availability, and you go to the same day you're entering right now, or a week from the same day. And then you can do you can reserve stuff. Okay, and when you can reserve stuff, it's great. But when the time comes to start working, it doesn't start. You in the terminal, you for instance, you have a door dashing schedule from 3 o'clock, for instance, or say at 9 o'clock in the morning through 12 at noon or 1. You expect that you have your app start working for the dash for the same time, but it doesn't. And when you try to see what's going on, it changes your it changes your uh, uh, scheduling. And this is it. So de facto, they leave you to work extra money to make door dashing dash now. They will give you just, if you start doing at the afternoon door dashing and it says dash now, it will send you downtown. When there is no parking, you can have ticketed. You can be ticketed. So I don't take downtown Salt Lake City, period. Okay. Then there is a second part is dinner. Actually, you can make a lot of money on dinner, but when they let you do that. Lately, I started doing several days doing dinner, and what I ended up, one day I had $10, and what's interesting, I take the order, and I went to deliver it, everything, and then on the way back, I had my dashing canceled, not canceled, but stopped, and they send you a message saying that you refused 2 orders, you denied 2 orders, but these orders are not good for you because it takes forever. You see, in the beginning, you kind of try to do stuff, and then you realize that in the beginning, they start sending you orders, they're not profitable for you. Like if you do West Jordan or South Jordan, if you have Indian restaurant, there is a lot of Indian folks. I already did video on this. That they're actually IT, they're computer engineers, very smart people, but they live 18, 20 miles way back west in the desert where the computer IT centers are. They live next to it. So when you go there, usually what you have is you have a restaurant delivery for like curry restaurant, and you have 18 miles to deliver. And so what I do, I will just go and um, I try to do several times, and I realized this that it takes 18 miles just to deliver. Okay, it's horrible. And then because they're too far away, they don't. It says that you out of your area, and they're being stopped dashing. So when you deal and deliver, you have they don't tip. It's 18, 20 miles to drive, and DoorDash stops your delivery, and you come back empty another 18 miles. So the fact that you can end up $5 for the entire delivery when you travel 36, 40 miles back and forth. Okay. So when you realize that it's this way, I say, no, I'm not delivering it because it's not good for you. Even though the food is great, I'm absolutely sure, because when I take DoorDash for curries, it smells wonderful. But it's not good for me as financial wise, because I have to drive 36 miles, for instance. You have 18 miles this way, 50 miles back. And second mile, second driving, actually driving back, it's too much. It's too much because they don't give you any orders. Or on the way back when you drive, they give you $1 order or something like this. It's like 1 mile or something. But so this is what the thing happened, and they realize that you already know that it's not good for you. When this you start your shift, they start sending you things that they are not uh, good financially for you. At the moment you start avoiding it, you don't decline, because when you decline, it's gonna ask you a question. Decline and stop dashing. You just simply pass the seconds to run out, and then you can have a message that you refuse 2 orders, which is equal to 2 decliners, and we're stopping your dash. And dash can be scheduled, so they can be like first several orders, like you have scheduled for 4 hours to do dashing, and you have uh, 2 orders, 3 orders refused that are not good for you financially to drive, and then they can cancel the entire dashing for tonight. Or see what I'm saying? Or if you get a really um, interesting restaurant that it's profitable, there is a Mexican restaurant, for instance, a couple of Mexican restaurants in Salt Lake City, that they have every 10 minutes they have some kind of order. So the trick is to go to play yourself and uh, place yourself next to the restaurant. And but what happened again? I got the same way, so I got 10 orders in one day from one restaurant. So this is great. I kind of got the trick. I will go to the restaurant, and when I go next to the restaurant, I will simply park myself. You start because orders pumping up. So I will get order and then I will go deliver and then don't take any other order and drive directly to the restaurant back. One day I had like in the beginning like several orders, about 10 orders completely. And you know what they did? The DoorDash, what DoorDash did? They sent me really away from the same restaurant. They gave me an order in the same restaurant and sent me 11 miles in like Provo, not Provo, but Orem. And when I went there, they canceled my dash. Some kind of a reason, but actually was no reason. It looked like I finished my dash. So they will send you really far away. They stop your dash for the same restaurant, and then they stop your dash completely. So you have miles and miles to drive back again, like you drive with the curry restaurants. And as I said, it's done not first time. It's done a lot of time, and I had not last week, but the week before. I got so actually, almost a month ago, I got sick, and I got my social security, and I had to spend a lot of money in the hotel. Practically, I was in a room. I had some kind of a. I still cough. You see, maybe I'm still sick completely, never recovered. But the thing is, as I said, um, I went and started doing after I got better. My fever disappeared, so I went and I started delivering again, and it was unbelievably horrible. I had one day 9.95. I was waiting for one order, hour something, and then they stopped. So it was $1.95. The other, and the second day was like $35. So it's like $45 for 2 days. The factor ended up being for entire week. You cannot make money. At least I couldn't for now. And not just that, they give you night hours. Like after usually the sunset is about 8 o'clock, and when you have sunset 8 o'clock, you have um, you can't drive when you're older. It's kind of harder. You see, I'm with glasses. So this is first one. So I will do another. Let me answer. And whatever it is, well, thank you for wishes forever, whoever you are. But the thing is, as I said, the um, just beats me completely because it's one thing after another. It's not working properly. Now I have zero people, which is kind of interesting. When I do live, I usually have by the end of the live show, I have about 20,000 people, 20,000 views, several hours of views. So this is what I'm going to try to do today. I will just simply keep doing the live thing until it hits 1 hour. Now it's 19 minutes, so I have another 40 minutes to do. And I had lunch, late lunch here. I had some Arby's barbecue smoked brisket. It's kind of a nice, by the way. I haven't eaten for a while fast food like this, and it's really good. So as I said, now about the algorithm. The algorithm, it's something wrong with it. After I got completed my gang stalking situation about my father's impulses, technology, and so on, the Gangstalking Insider uh, channel have start having problems with algorithm the way I see it, because anytime I try to do a live show or any type of stuff that I post, the numbers drop significantly. For instance, I now have 0 people watching. As I said, regular time, I will have 100, 200 people watching at night. And as I said, I will do today longer until 1 hour. So I will have 1 hour, I will have 40 minutes. So I will have mountain time. It's going to be 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 past 10 mountain time. This is when they're going to stop. Uh, Another complaint I have some kind of provocateurs that uh, started talking about homosexual stuff. I'm not a homosexual, just want to let you know in advance. So I don't collect money. Uh, if even um, when I do the collection of money, actually, for instance, as I said, I never ask for money, but I never refuse. Some people try to create a situation like I ask some kind of a favors for money. So this is what the deal is. I am not responding to anything until I examine 100% notes or comments. I have people, as I said, that start writing texts of sexual nature, which is sometimes is really perverted. And it, as I said, it's one. By the way, it's one of those things that when you're gang stalked, you can have a problem with. People try to present some kind of a freak on the way. So you have to be really careful when you're talking about provocateurs. That's why I've been asked to read stuff like back. There is a situation. So as I said, until I already had bad situations several times, and I said no, no, no. So whatever it is, from this moment on, I'm gonna start asking. You can starting asking questions. It's been 22 minutes. So as I said, if you have questions, please do ask. I will see this first very close. Don't use abbreviations because I don't understand the words. Part of the setup and part of the provocateurs, actually, they use abbreviation that you don't understand. Okay, that are similar to a different abbreviation. This way, they will entrap a person to read this. That's why, as I said, first I read something that it's written to me. I will read it in quiet, like just read it. I'm not going to even repeat it back. And if I don't understand what you're writing, uh, that's too bad because I'm simply gonna ignore it. All right. What I do is this: um, if I sleep in the car several days, I rent a hotel and then go take a shower, wash my clothing. By the way, I will talk about washing clothes. You don't have to use uh, stuff like um, detergent. Why? Because sometimes you can have a reaction on detergent after you wash and dry your clothing. Very well stuffed that it help. It's baking soda. Baking soda have unbelievable ability to clean things. And when you check in a hotel, you can just simply put your um, stuff like T-shirt in a tub and then let it cover with water and then simply put baking soda over it. And this baking soda will suck out the dirt. And not just suck out the dirt, it becomes really fresh. Smells fresh. You don't have to buy expensive detergents and so on. So just simple baking soda, which is $1. And in my case, as I said, it helped me really well. And this is what it is. Just stay in the car several days. The problem with the car lately is that the um, A reason I arrived here in Wendover and I left Salt Lake City for a few days. I start having cops, police officers coming to my car. Fortunately, they were really nice. Um, the first thing they ask is, "Are you all right?" Which is thank you, great. But the thing here is, when we're talking about sleeping in the car, it happens once or twice. After that, there is a problem. Remember, I talked that I worked for a security company for 5 years, and 2 years I was a supervisor over 14 buildings. And we had a company that actually has uh, was monitoring parking lots. And I didn't want it, but there's a different company. What it is it's the same as face recognition technology. You have face recognition technology for people. It's the same face recognition technology. The same technology is used on your license plates. People don't have to come to you and ask questions. All they do, they will just pass once through the parking lot, and your license plate is being recorded. The driver, whoever passes, the driver, the security person, even don't care about it because there is a next step. The artificial intelligence of the computer will take over, and once they notice your license plate parked somewhere, second times, three times, the artificial intelligence will signal and say, um, there's a license plate repeat in the same area, license plate like from a different state or not registered within the area. And what it is, gonna flag you, and this way they're gonna be police officers that will have, when they come to work, they will look for your license plate. They're not gonna be hostile, but they're required to investigate what's the deal with you. Okay. And this is what happened with me, looks like, because I had 4 o'clock in the morning knock on my window, and I was just sitting behind my front, behind my uh, wheel. And good thing they didn't say anything, because usually you have to better be sitting on a different seat, because they will tell you, they will ask you for intoxication to be checked. Their alcohol, you drive and you're with alcohol. As long as you're in possible control of the car, it doesn't matter where you sit. They would simply tell you that you have to be checked for alcohol. I don't drink for years, so for me, I don't give a shit. But my point is, there is a specific way, and once you being detected, then it spreads. You see, for instance, if you take Salt Lake City area, which is Salt Lake City area, it's the entire Wasatch Front. De facto, you have uh, Salt Lake County, you have like Provo and so on, so on. And your license plate will have a record everywhere. They will look for you. The only thing you can do is go to a truck stop. Truck stop, you can, or there is a place which is Walmart, but not every Walmart. And even on the Walmart, where people are allowing cars to park overnight, but you see, they allow it to park overnight. They're not allowing you to park up the park. They're not allowing you to park overnight by themselves. If you are, you have to be inside the car. But yet, I had a situation once that was really kind of ugly. You see, I am considered to be a traveling retired person. I will one day will come. I will kind of settle things. But there's young people that, some of them I would consider to be total losers, and the only way they can kind of get their ego up is to attack people like me that look for them 100% homeless or kind of a shitty people. and they will attack you in a way to talk to you. They will not attack you physically, but they will talk to you in a really ugly manner in order to for you to become kind of offended. But don't forget, when gang stalkers create you as a homeless person, part of the attack and being homeless is to have attacks on you in order to humiliate you. Gang stalkers want to break you first, and then you can have whatever it is. What I'm currently actually waiting for, as I said, lots of thousands of dollars I didn't get from Social Security with the back pay, what I was waiting to restart. I had to re-register my car, to change the residency of myself, get a new car, to everything, to change license plate, to change driver's license, but they didn't send me the money. And actually, I can end up with not changing residency, not uh, changing driver's license, uh, and the expiration of the car, which is going to be end of summer, can hurt me because I would be able to drive it. Or if you drive, you can get arrested and have your stuff. Uh, they have your stuff, car confiscated or put in simple practically. Not just that you're half homeless and half time live in the car, you will have your car removed. So the fact that you end up with no car even went to rest. And this is part of the stuff. Then they will have a whole bunch of people, including police, can go after you as somebody who is currently into vagrancy. The moment you have vagrancy, there's a whole bunch of stuff starts that you can end up in jail, and then, as I said, they can remove you. A lot of stuff they can do. And so that's what it is. And this is what, for me, this is what I think. Actually, gang stalkers think exactly this is what can happen. I am actually doing here is checking situations in Wendover that I can see. In Wendover, it's part Utah. Wendover is part Utah and part Nevada. I'm currently actually in the Nevada part. I'm in the West Wendover. Then there is others who are the Utah part, which is east. And what can happen is there is a Salt Lake City, for instance, there's a problem with housing, and especially when now Trump will stop completely Section 8, and now Section 8 in Utah already it's several years. As a person who is gang stalked, I don't accept invitation to stay in homes of other people because you can disappear from other people. Other people can be gang stalkers that are actually work against you. And you go there and you go to sleep and you wake up, in some kind of secret prison. So that's what it is. And there's a system set up that actually takes time. They will take their time in order for you to fail and then become out of the structure of the law, compliant, and then they can attack you and arrest you and confiscate stuff. You see what I mean? This is what partially whoever did this with my back pay on Social Security. I'm absolutely sure this is exactly somebody. You see, those are people. Don't blame Social Security or don't blame government. Government is actually controlled by a military-industrial complex. And whatever people say, I know there's much, much more stuff there. You see, as I said, I'm almost 63 years old. I've been a lot of places. Some of my family members worked during Cold War with governments. So I know things. And this is what you can actually predict. Let me turn my conditioning on for a few minutes. So that's what it is. And what happens, as I said, I think it's too loud. Okay. Anyway, you see, my hiccups didn't go away. It's been it's gonna be 3 years since I was poisoned, and this is maybe gonna be my sickness for the future, medical condition of some kind. That's why I don't drink, because initially it was hit. I had a hit on my stomach got burned with this acid, whatever was put in my drink, and I was suggested not to lose. One of the reasons I stopped drinking alcohol, which is going to be almost again about almost 3 years, is because you don't know how your reaction of your pancreas will be and liver. Even though I don't have liver symptom problems, but I have sometimes skin problems with irritation and itching, which shows not exactly clean body, not exactly clean liver, not exactly clean pancreas. And the reason is very simple. Sometimes what happens, people start drinking, and you don't know your level of concentration of sugar. Actually, I went to a hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. They refused to take my blood count, sugar blood count. De facto, he refused to say, "I cannot do anything for you. You have better condition. You go to emergency room." Emergency room. I didn't have any money at the time. So, my point is this: if you have, if you've been poisoned, or if you have some kind of attack on you, you can have, and you start drinking, you don't know how your liver or how your pancreas will react, because you don't know exact damage. Some people, after being sick or being poisoned, even though they can live, you can practically, something can happen, you can die, because you don't know exactly your sugar level. And so that's why I came here in Atlanta, from Atlanta here, partially, even because I was scared for my life in Atlanta. So this is it pretty much. I see nobody is coming back. As I said, this is what the algorithm is. Algorithms start. All my live shows dropped. One was like, if you go a little bit, if you scroll later, you will see I have 27,000. I have like 30,000 people after one show of live show, and now I have no idea how much I have. I have only 3 people watching, so I'm actually gonna be maybe rounding up everything, because looks like there's no shit. They looks like YouTube did the same thing what uh, it did before, and what the live journal, Russian live journal did. They just simply de facto removed the algorithm from me, and algorithm doesn't push anything further that people can watch. So I see people who maybe are subscribed to me, but nothing else. So I will be closing for today, and I'm gonna be moving to, if you know my Russian speaking account, Russian language, I'll be moving there for a while. But as I said, that's what it is. All right, thank you guys, and see you later.